You have to find a way of thinking the thought that gives you relief before the things around you can change. You have to begin telling a new story. You have to tell the story the way you want it to be before the story of your life will actualize around the story the way you want it to be. Do you know that everything that you are living, everything that you or anyone else that you are seeing are living, everything that is being lived by anyone is in response to the story that they are telling? Period. That's all. The story they're telling, the way they think, the way they feel, their moods and attitudes, you are your point of attraction. And if you want something to shift in the story and the way it manifests, you've got to start telling the story in a way that shifts your emotion as you tell it, which means you've got to leave getting response from others out of the equation and look only for the response you get from your alignment with who you are. We know it's entertaining to talk about things that evoke responses from others. Sometimes you want their sympathy. Sometimes you want their understanding. Sometimes you just want them to be on your wavelength with you so that they'll understand what you understand. But you have to leave what everybody else thinks out of the equation and only put into the equation what you think, the vibration that you're offering, and the vibration of the source within you. So we want you to begin to try to hear the story that the source within you tells. The source within you tells the story, you are worthy beyond description. And when you say things aren't going well, there's a clash in the stories. Source says, all is well for you. And you say, no, it's not. Source says, all is well for you. And you say, what world are you living in? All is well. All is well. Well-being abounds. Well, not over here where I am. There is abundance that is pervasive and is flowing to you. There is an outrageous abundance that has been summoned by you and held by the source within you and tended by the source within you. You have a vibrational escrow of enormous financial abundance. And you say, well, then where's my stuff? And we say, listen to the story you're telling. You've got to start telling the story. You want to start telling the story. I am abundant in nature, and well-being is always coming to me. And I am often understood by the people that I'm interacting with. And I'm loving this life that I'm living. And it's fun to expand and grow. And I love the contrast of my environment, which helps me to continue to identify new things that I want. And often, in fact, usually, I'm not a vibrational match to everything that I want, but I can feel the difference, and I know how to lean in the direction of what I want. And my life just gets better and better, and I'm surrounded by people that are like me, learning about life. And it's really fun to be in this physical body and expand. And I get the sense of who I am. And often, when I'm really not paying attention, I can feel the source within me just sort of wrapping those non-physical arms all around me and through me. I can get that non-physical hug, so to speak, from the inside out. Sometimes I can just feel the well-being of my being. Sometimes I get glimpses of what's in my vibrational escrow, and I'm really enjoying how my life is beginning to unfold. And I'm noticing that the people around me are more and more enjoying their life also. And I'm feeling a freedom from detaching myself from what they're thinking or from what they're wanting from me. I'm doing such a good job of living my life. I'm starting to realize the reason that I came forth into this physical experience. In other words, as you start practicing the story that resonates with who you really are, you'll start offering the vibration of that. And you see, you cannot become a vibrational match to who you really are and what's in your vibrational escrow without everything that matches that actualizing around you. And as you begin to feel the predominant vibration of abundance, abundance must seek its level with you. In other words, just like water flows downstream, abundance flows to someone who's in vibrational alignment with abundance. As you say things like, I have to work so hard for what comes to me, then you have to work so hard for what comes to you. As you begin to say, things are coming easier and easier, and I'm beginning to understand how the universe flows, and I'm beginning to understand the vibrational world, and I'm beginning to leverage my time more by pre-paving more things. I'm becoming more of a mental being. I'm not reacting to so many things. I'm lining up more. I'm sensitive to the energy. I'm feeling strong negative emotions. Sometimes really things rub me the wrong way, but that's a good thing, because that means something's out of sync with what I'm wanting. I'm getting more intuitive about people. I can feel when they're leveling with me. I can feel when they're not. I can feel when it's to my advantage to interact with them. I can feel when it isn't. In other words, I'm becoming more intuitive. My senses are out there in advance. I'm doing a better job of pre-paving. Tell that story. Tell the story of how well things are going. People like me. I'm doing well everywhere I go. Good ideas flow to me constantly. I always have a good time. I have fun wherever I am. There's cooperation around me all the time. New ideas are flowing to me constantly. I never get enough of this physical experience. I love living life. I'm feeling so vital and alive. I love the people that are surrounding me. I love the variety of people. I can see the diversity of the talents and the people that are around me. And I realize what a wonderful team that we are working together. I'm appreciating the people of this planet more and more. I love the cooperative nature that we are all about. I love knowing that we are all casting our vibrational votes. I love knowing that there is no injustice. I love knowing that everybody gets exactly what they are offering vibrationally. I love knowing that I'm getting exactly what I'm offering vibrationally. I love knowing that I don't have to hold anybody else responsible for the way my life's unfolding. I love getting into this appreciative mode because the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets. I'm eager about this life experience. I want everybody to have the fun that I'm having in this life experience. I'm not bothered by those who aren't having fun because I know the potential for fun is there for all of them. I love being the clear example that I am. I love offering my vibration deliberately, and I love watching all of the universal factors lining things up. I love how circumstances and events come into alignment to give me evidence, post-manifestational evidence of how I'm doing vibrationally. I love knowing that it doesn't matter what's going on right now because I can keep telling a new story. I love knowing that it doesn't even matter how good my story is right now. It might not even be close to the best story that I can tell, but I love knowing that I can continue to tell a better and better story. And I love knowing that the cooperative universe will keep matching my better and better story. I love knowing that I have the option to focus. I love knowing that I am the center of my universe. I love knowing that it's a vibrational universe. I love knowing that law of attraction is utterly consistent and will never bring me anything that's not a vibrational match. I love knowing that everything that I get is because of something that I've been saying chronically. I love knowing that I can morph the story. I can tell a different story. And I love the cooperating universe that will continue to give me evidence that I've changed the story that I'm telling. I love knowing that I never get it wrong and that I can't get it done, and that no matter where I'm standing, there will always be new data that's coming. I love all of the people that are surrounding me, that are playing the same game that I'm playing. I love knowing that they're not in charge of me, that they can't control me, and that I'm not in charge of them, and that I can't control them. I love knowing that we are all here as vibrational entities. We are all here as extensions of source energy, and that we are all much more in harmony with each other than we are not in harmony with each other. I love knowing that every particle of the universe has that which is wanted and that which is not wanted. I love knowing that every person within whom I interact, there are things that I would like about them and things that I don't like about them, and that it's up to me to fixate on the part of them that I want more in my life experience. And I love knowing how cooperative many of them will be. I love knowing that even the most tuned in, tapped in, turned on person, I can extract from them something less than tuned in, tapped in, turned on, because I am a powerful creator. I'll get from everybody whatever it is that I focus upon. I am responsible for my experience. I get the complete credit for everything that's happening to me. I love the stability of this time-space reality, but I love even more the stability of the eternal nature that is me. I love my expansion. I love where I am. I love where I'm going. I love where I've been. That's the story you want to tell. Oh, they're all standing on their chairs. If you feel that you have something that you really want to talk about that we have not addressed at all, let us see your hand. If you feel that there's something that you really want to talk about that we have not addressed at all, that you feel that you are in vibrational proximity of, and it will only take a very small amount of time to bring you into alignment with it.
You've mentioned it, but now the question I have is appreciation. You've used the word a lot, and other people have used it. But what is it really? Because I did read the definition, and it was something about to see the nature of or to increase the value of. And I use appreciation a lot to turn downstream. And I just wondered if you would expand on that.
Well, we're glad you looked it up in the very literal sense, because to increase the value of is so inherent in what we're talking about also. Now think about the contrast that you live and the asking that you're offering and the stream that's moving. And then think about reaching for thoughts that feel better and thoughts that feel better until you truly come into a vibration of appreciation. And for sake of comparison, we would say the vibration of true love, that feeling of being in love, That feeling that you have sometimes when you see someone and you just feel like you're moving through one another. The feeling that you have when you are looking at the innocence of a child and feeling the beauty and power of that child. In other words, love and appreciation are identical vibrations. It's the vibration of alignment with who you are. It's the absence of resistance. It's the absence of doubt and fear. It's the absence of self-denial or hatred to others. It's the absence of everything that feels bad and the presence of everything that feels good. And as you focus yourself more and more downstream until you get in the vicinity of that love and appreciation, it just calls you to it in a very powerful way. Conversely, let's talk about the difference between, let's say, gratitude and appreciation. Many people use them interchangeably, but we don't feel the same vibrational essence in them at all. Because when you feel gratitude, often you are looking at a struggle that you've overcome and feeling grateful, in other words, happy that you're still not in the struggle, but you are still messing with that vibration just a little bit in that, you see. In other words, the difference between inspiration, which is being called to who you are, and motivation, which is trying to make yourself go somewhere, that's a similar difference, you see. And so appreciation is that tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Appreciation is vibrational alignment with who I have become. The state of appreciation is me being in sync with the whole of that which I am. Being in a state of appreciation is seeing whatever I'm looking at through the eyes of Source. And when you are in that state of appreciation, you could walk down a crowded street with all kinds of things that a lot of other people find reason to criticize or even worry about, and you would not have access to them because your vibration of appreciation is picking out for you things of a different vibrational nature. A state of appreciation is a state of godliness. A state of appreciation is being who you really are. A state of appreciation is who you were the day you were born and who you will be the moment you die. And it would be, if we were standing in your physical shoes, your quest in every moment. But the tricky thing is, Joseph Campbell used the word bliss, and we think it's equal. Follow your bliss. Sometimes you can't get a whiff of bliss from where you are. So we say, if you're in despair, follow your revenge. It's downstream. If you're in revenge, follow your hatred. It's downstream. If you're in hatred, follow your anger. It's downstream. If you're in anger, follow your frustration. It's downstream. If you're in frustration, follow your hope. It's downstream. If you're in hope, now you're in the vicinity of appreciation. Once you get into the vibration of hope, now begin making lists of things that you feel good about and fill your notebooks full of them. Make lists of positive aspects. Make lists of things you love. Go to the restaurant and look for your favorite things and never complain about anything. Look for the thing that you like the best, even if there was only one thing in all of it that you like. Give it your undivided attention and use it as your excuse to be who you are. Use it as your excuse to be who you are. And as you use those things that shine bright and make you feel good as your excuse to give your attention and as your excuse to be who you are, you'll tune to who you are, and the whole world will begin to transform before your eyes. It's not your job to transform it for others, but it is your job to transform it for you. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely. It is lovely to come together with those like you who are coming to know who you are. We are appreciating that which you are. And as we see you through our eyes of Source, we have to say to you, you have nothing to complain about, but there's nothing wrong with your complaining. Because in your complaining, you just launch more rockets and you just make more vibrational escrow. You just make the world a better and better place by living it. So you can't get it wrong and you never get it done. And from our vantage point, we feel only love and appreciation for your willingness to come and participate and to take thought beyond that which it has been before, not just in this forum, but in life itself. You know, you can't get it wrong, and when you have your croaking experience, you will then realize fully the value that you have offered to all that is, and you will revel in it and you will feel good about it. It is our desire that you start feeling some of that now. It is our desire that you start giving yourselves a break. Lighten up. Be easier on yourself and others. Look for things to love and appreciate and find the true you that came forth to live this life experience. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain blissfully, joyfully, appreciatively incomplete.